All right, we are live. We're on Facebook Live. For those who are watching on Facebook Live, please be sure to share this with your friends. This is live streaming through the U.S. Veterans Corps Facebook page as well as Operation Coming Home Facebook page. So welcome to our virtual viewers and welcome to the people who came out on this beautiful day in beautiful Harnett County, North Carolina. Welcome and thank you for attending the official flag raising ceremony for Operation Coming Home, Hero Home number 26. You can clap for that. Yeah. So Operation Coming Home is a new home construction project that provides new custom homes to military veterans that have been wounded in combat operations. The mission is to improve and enhance the veterans' quality of life by living the American dream of owning their own home. Today, we want to introduce you to our 26th American hero. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to our guest of honor, Staff Sergeant, U.S. Army, Golden Knight, Staff Sergeant, I should say, George Perez and his son, George. And I don't know if George knows this, but we'll be hearing from him later. Okay. So we're gonna start with an invocation. We typically start with the national anthem and the invocation, but we're going to delay the national anthem to the end when we do the flag raising. So we're taking it out of order, but I think the effect will be very cool. So in the meantime, I'd like to invite up to the podium to give our invocation today the newest member of the Operation Coming Home Board, the Corporate Secretary, Allison Asfari.
Good morning. And we commence. Lord, today we give thanks for giving us such a wonderful opportunity to come together in unity for this flag raising ceremony and having the ability to soon bring a lovely new home to our veteran, Staff Sergeant George Perez. We are so thankful for all the Staff Sergeant Perez's bravery and his service. During this time, Lord, we give thanks to everyone who has donated and provided their services and efforts in making this possible. Lord, we are thankful for the progress in the making of this new home, for Mattamy Homes and all the vendors for their efforts in building in what will be Staff Sergeant Perez's forever home, and we ask for your continued blessings. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Allison. Nicely done. I was going to see, I don't know if we have any other board members present, so I guess we got Andy back there. Normally at this point you would have heard a lot from Andy, but he's recovering from some health issues, and although I do feel bad for him, I'm still going to make fun of him from time to time. And Allison, who you met, is not only the corporate treasurer for Operation Coming Home, but she's the newest member of my team, the Home Builders Association of Raleigh, Wake County. She's our finance director, so we're glad to have her here as well. So this morning we're going to be hearing a few words from some very special guests, and then we'll conclude with the flag raising. I should mention before we get into this, this is the first of two ceremonies we do in every hero home that we give away. Sometimes it's a flag raising, sometimes we call it a raise the roof. If we get in early enough, it's a groundbreaking, but typically we don't get in that early anymore. But it's an opportunity to introduce our recipient to the community and for them to get to know him and him to get to know them. And then in November 10th to be exact, we're going to be having the key ceremony. And that's when things get a lot more flashier. We're going to be having military flyovers. If weather permitting, the key will be delivered via paratrooper. We'll have some other kind of entertainment. So put that on your calendar now, November 10th. That includes you two virtually watching. November 10th, it'll be 10 a.m. right here. So our first speaker we're going to hear from this morning, I mentioned Operation Coming Home is a cooperative effort with the U.S. Veterans Corps, which is Andy's group, and the Home Builders Association of Raleigh, Wake County. And so here with us this morning is the president of the Home Builders Association of Raleigh, Wake County, Mr. David Price. Let's welcome him now.
Thank you, Paul. On behalf of the Home Builders Association of Raleigh, Wake County, I would like to say congratulations to Sergeant Perez and a heartfelt thank you to Mattamy Homes. Thank you guys for everything you all are doing for this. The HBA is incredibly proud to be part of Operation Coming Home. As Operation Coming Home begins its 26th home, we are proud that every single one of the hero homes were built by HBA members. I don't know if anyone here realizes this, but home builders and remodelers don't always have the best reputation within our communities. We're blamed for school crowding, traffic, and chopping down of trees. But the truth is that we're the builders of the American dream. And since the pandemic, people are spending more and more time in their homes. This elevates the importance of having a home that provides for all aspects of life, live, work, and play. And to be able to provide that to a deserving injured veteran is one of the greatest things our industry can do. Sergeant Perez, thank you for your sacrifices, and congratulations on being the recipient of Hero Home number 26.
Got to bring this back down to my height. I recognize that I'm vertically challenged. While this home has a mailing address of Fuquay-Varina, that may have confused some people. We're not actually in Fuquay-Varina. We're in the unincorporated part of Harnett County, and I think this is the first home we've ever built. Is that right, Andy? First ever Harnett County home? So that's pretty cool. I mean, we've been doing this since 2008, built 25 homes already, and we finally discovered Harnett County. I had the privilege of appearing before the Harnett County Board of Commissioners to request a waiver of all the fees and permits associated, not the waive permit fees, with this project. And spoiler alert, they did waive them. It was evident to me when I appeared before the Harnett County Board that Harnett County supports all members of the armed forces, whether veterans or active duty. It was the sense of patriotism among the board members was very evident. We have with us today Chairman of the Board, Lewis Weatherspoon. Lewis Weatherspoon was elected to the Harnett County Board of Commissioners in 2020, representing District 4, which I think is this district. That's awesome. He's currently serving as the chairman. In 2013, he was elected to the town of Anger Board of Commissioners and served until 2015 before being elected as the mayor of the town of Anger. He served on the Campo Executive Board, the North Carolina League of Municipalities Board of Directors, North Carolina Mayors Association, and the Executive Board of the Triangle Council of Government, and the Harnett County Mayors Association. Very accomplished man. I'd like to invite Lewis to the podium, and if there are any other members or any other Harnett County officials that are present, if you could recognize them as well. Come on up.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I would like to recognize a few people this morning before I get started. First off, we have Representative Howard Penny, District 53 rep in the North Carolina House of Representatives. And we have Senator Jim Bergen, District 12, representative in the North Carolina Senate. We also have with us today our county manager, Mr. Brent Trout, and Head of Veteran Services, Mr. Eric Truesdale. Glad to have you here and your support. I'm honored to be here this morning to share this special day with Staff Sergeant Perez and his family. There's over 12,000 veterans that call Harnett County home. Our county commissioners are honored to be a part of this community to support one of our local veterans. Operation Coming Home is a shining example of what a community can accomplish when we collectively work together. I would like to thank the members of the Home Builders Association of Raleigh, Wake County, Mattamy Homes, and the various other organizations and community members for their collaborative efforts and hard work to make sure that Staff Sergeant Perez and his family have a place they can call home in Harnett County. On behalf of the Harnett County Board of Commissioners, I would like to welcome Staff Sergeant George Perez and his family to their new home in Providence Creek. We look forward to having you as a part of our community. Welcome.
Thank you, Chairman. We also have with us the Hero Home recipient of Hero Home number 25. We got Michael Kocher and his wife. So Michael literally just got back in, being out of the country yesterday, I think. And so if his eyes look a little glazed over, just have pity on him. We're glad you're here, though, Michael. It's always great to see former recipients come and be supportive. And I think Michael's the only one here. So, but we're glad you're here. So, while this may be the first Hero Home built in Harnett County, it's certainly not the first home built in North Carolina. In fact, every one of the 25 Hero Homes that have been built are in North Carolina, except for one. That one ended up in Fort Mill, South Carolina, but it's just inches from the North Carolina border, so it's awfully close. So here today to speak on behalf of North Carolina, we've got a couple of members of our legislature that Chairman Weatherspoon introduced, but they're going to get a chance to speak to us as well. First off is Howard Penny, a member of the Carolina House of Representatives. Representative Penny's been serving the central Harnett County area in North Carolina General Assembly since 2020. Representative Penny is the vice chairman of the State Personnel Committee and is a member of the Agriculture Committee, the Appropriations Committee, and the Wildlife Resources Committee. Another very busy gentleman. Not surprisingly, this home is located in his legislative district. Please help me welcome Representative Howard Penny.
Welcome to Harnett County. Believe it or not, you're closer neighbors than you think. My mother's last name was Johnson, and we live literally, our family farm is right across the woods from here. So in more than one way, welcome. Thank you, Mattamy Homes, for being in Harnett County. Thank you for coming to Harnett County. Harnett County is a military-friendly county. North Carolina is a military-friendly state. We've done a lot of things to help retired veterans not to pay taxes, state taxes in North Carolina. We did that for a reason. We wanted to make sure when you retire from the military, we want you to stay in North Carolina. We need your experience. We need your expertise. We need you to help guide our industry. So welcome. Again, you're our neighbor. I'll leave you my phone number. Give me a call. This is my election district right now until the North Carolina Supreme Court decides if they're going to keep our districts the way they're drawn currently, because they changed right at the end. But again, this is my home. I live right outside of Bowie's Creek at Campbell University. I'm always accessible. My office number is 542 in the Legislative Office Building. I firmly believe we call it the People's House for a reason. We represent you, the people, and my door's always open. Thank you.
Thank you, Howard. So, as I mentioned before, we're fortunate enough not only to have the state representative for this district, but the state senator as well. With us today is Senator Jim Bergen. Senator Jim Bergen is a longtime resident of Harnett County and the current president and owner of C&D Insurance with 2 offices in Harnett County. And Jim shared with me before the ceremony that he's a member of the Harnett County Home Builders Association, so I told him I liked him better already. He's currently serving his second term in the North Carolina Senate. Before this, he served 2 terms as Harnett County Commissioner and as the chairman for 3 years. Please welcome Senator Jim Bergen.
Paul, thank you and your organization, and this is great. Thank you, everybody, for showing up, and especially Mattamy Homes, and had a great visit over here, and you all have made a big investment in Harnett County, and we appreciate that. Sergeant, I am your senator, so you call me anytime you want to talk. First, though, his son, today is his birthday, so I want us all to sing happy birthday. Matthew, stand up. Let's sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Matthew. Happy birthday to you. Let's give him a big hand. This is going to be his forever home too, so that is great, and it's a pleasure to meet you. And I want to thank again the Home Builder Association, the North Carolina Home Builders, and you all have got great representation. You know, your staff come to see me all the time. They're good friends, and they do a great job. And building is such an important part of our industry and our economy, and of Harnett County. There's a lot going on in Harnett County. How many people have driven into Harnett County for the first time today, just to see this? Could you believe all the building that's going on and all the houses everywhere? It's amazing, isn't it? All right, Sergeant, guess what? I have jumped with the Golden Knights 2 times, but that was before you and I both gained some weight, because they probably wouldn't let either one of us jump right now, would they?
Yeah, I could.
You could. Would you buddy jump with me though?
No, I'm not a tandem.
Okay, all right. Well, that was a thrill to get to do that, and I so admire you and our military. I'm the son of a veteran. I'm married, the daughter of a veteran. Both of our parents were World War II veterans, and I think we need to have special honor for our veterans. I introduced the bill that did away with the tax on the retirement income for our North Carolina veterans. We ended up putting it in our budget. It passed. It went into effect last year. We're working on more things for our veterans, and as I said, we owe you special honor, and we appreciate you and your sacrifices and your family sacrifices. So we want to welcome you to Harnett County and tell you that we love you, we appreciate you, and we want you to stay with us. So move here, get involved in the community, let us know what we can do, and I would really like to talk to you about other things you all think and you think that we could do to help our veterans. You all gave a lot to us, and we need to give back. And I was in Jacksonville, and well, I've been in a bunch of places this week looking at different projects. But I was talking to 2 veterans, and they were telling me about trouble they're having right now getting prescription drugs. And so we're working on that. They're just a slow time. And also, if you'll let us know about issues that any of the veterans have on getting appointments. He told me he'd been waiting for an appointment for 2.5 months, and that's not acceptable. So we appreciate you. Thank everybody for coming. Especially thank you all for all the work you're doing. This is fantastic. And as Representative Penny said, we're here to serve you all. I'll be happy to give you my cell phone number if you need it or anything, and come see us. Thank you.
So, George, you've been welcomed by the county commission, your state representative, and your state senator. I think when I moved into my neighborhood, I got a form welcome card from the HOA. So you're off to a great start. So, of course, you can't have a hero home without a hero builder. Ooh, I just came up with that. You guys like that, a hero builder? Yeah, I just came up with that. So, Mattamy Homes is no stranger to Operation Coming Home. Mattamy Homes, a few years back, bought local builder Royal Oaks Homes, and Royal Oaks was one of the very first builder of Operation Coming Home, and nobody had built more homes than Royal Oaks. And now that Mattamy has taken over, it's clear that they are continuing on with strength and honor and patriotism. It's exciting to see the Mattamy team so invested in this. Don't tell the other builders, but you're one of my favorites. So, oh gosh, this is on live. No, I didn't say that. All right. So now it's time for us to hear from Mattamy, and please help me welcome Dallas Polk, Mattamy, to come say a few words. Here he is.
Woo, had to write some stuff down here. All right, team. First off, as Paul said, we were originally Royal Oaks, acquired by Mattamy Homes about a little over 4 years ago. All in total, we have built 13 homes. So if you can do the math, 26, we've done half of these homes. Very grateful to have been a part of a company that started this, that built the very first one, and to be a part of a company that carries on the great tradition. When you build that many homes, there are a number of us also in the crowd today that have individually worked on them. I wanted to recognize a couple people. David Hoops, who is still with us, he built Operation Coming Home House number 1. The very first one, kind of flying blind, didn't know what to expect. And Hoops took it on his shoulders and built the very first house. Kyle Quartz, who's here, built OCH 4 and OCH 16. Michael Pelosi, OCH 23. It was funny, I was texting all the guys last night and saying, hey, just confirming, what number did you build again? I just gotta make sure. And Michael said, I'm 23, I'm the GOAT. I'm the Michael Jordan of the OCH houses. So that was funny, great pride. And then Chris Neer, who's also here, just give me a second. OCH 2, OCH 9, OCH 12, and OCH 18. 4 of these houses for Chris Neer. Well-deserved round of applause. He was sending me all kinds of stuff last night, and he sent me a letter from President Obama, the President's Volunteer Service Award. So for great honor for you, and thank you for all your commitment. All of these are equally unique and special in their own regard, and if anyone knows Andy, you know there's always something in the back pocket. There's no stone left unturned or call left unmade. This is a pretty special day, but that one in November, you'll see planes, we've seen tanks, you name it, we've done it, or at least Andy's thought of it. And you know, there's always something fun going to happen. So thank you, Andy and Jennifer, for all you do as well. Today is more behind the why behind the what. So today, we've all got to meet Staff Sergeant Perez. Today, you'll hear the reasons why he is on this incredible journey. Hopefully, you can hear the story if you haven't heard it already. And we thank him for your duties, and hopefully we get to hear that. Today we say thank you, and in November we deliver this beautiful home to Staff Sergeant and his son Matthew. It's going to be a wonderful day, and I hope you all, November 10th, as Paul said, I hope you all can be here. It'll be a very special day. A couple people I want to thank while I'm here, just individually. I want to thank our on-site, on-hands builder team. So Shannon Spivey and Matt Lucirello and Meredith Moody. Shannon and Matt are the builders on site, so they're all these houses under construction. They're kind of overseeing them every day. And every house, we walk every house every day, and they will pay just as close attention as they do to every home. And I know they'll make it beautiful. We can't have one of these events without something, you know, random happening. It happens every time. So what happens last night, we get the neighborhood beautiful. There's a torrential downpour. And we got landscapers going to town and everything. We're cutting the grass and the whole nine. But what do? They rally, like always. And they rallied around a common goal and have this community in tip-top shape. Matt, Shannon, we thank you so much for that. Meredith, who's part of our design team, walked through every option chosen with Staff Sergeant Perez to make sure this house was going to be his dream home. And I know that she guided you in directions and helped you with this and that. And we want to make this your forever home. And we want you to know it's beautiful. And thank you, Meredith, for having a part in that. We couldn't do this without our trades. You know, none of this is possible without our trades. We'll thank them individually at the key ceremony. They'll come through and we'll recognize each trade that had a hand on working through this house. But I'll share with you a little story. You know, every year we do this, we send out an email blast to all the trades, and they get an email and say, hey, we're doing Operation Home, Coming Home 26. Who wants to volunteer? So this is essentially volunteering time, materials, labor, and you name it. In today's climate, I'm sure you've seen the news in the past couple days, months, years. Materials are a little different than they used to be. But within 3 or 4 days, we have this house essentially built on paper. We've had many of these trades. They've been partnering with us for 10 plus years. And it's an honor to know that they never back down and they raise their hand every time, and we can keep, you know, building these houses because of them. And thank you to the trades. And again, we'll recognize them individually at the end. Next is Harnett County. Chairman Weatherspoon, thank you for being here today. And thank you for everyone, you know, representatives, senators. I'm sure I'll miss presidents. I don't know anybody. Thank you all for being here. And for waiving the permit fees on this home. You know, as Paul said, we all stood in front and you know, pitched our operation, Paul and Andy and I. And I knew when I walked out of that boardroom that we had the full support of Harnett County. And it's very special. The patriotism you could see on that panel was on display. And we know many of your residents, you know, are stationed at Bragg, veterans. And it's very reassuring knowing the support that you carry for our veterans and our military service members. Mattamy Homes in Harnett County, we look forward to a very long relationship. And thank you for all you do. Last but not least, Staff Sergeant George Perez. George, our freedoms in this country lie on the backs of men and women like you. You are the epitome of bravery and courage. You have made many sacrifices near and far that most of us cannot fathom. All to fight for a country that you and I both love, and all of us in this crowd. Your decision to get back up over and over again against all odds is a life lesson we can all learn from. What combat took from you is irreplaceable. It is our responsibility to give back to those who sacrificed for us. I hope this home will serve as a staple in your lives so that the heartbeats inside of it will thrive. I hope that you will enjoy and savor the rest of this journey, because in a few short months, you and Matthew will call this home. Staff Sergeant Perez, thank you for your sacrifices, your service, and your commitment, and we are honored to be a part of this journey with you.
That was well said, Dallas. Thank you. I also want to thank Mattamy Homes for picking what I consider to be one of the most beautiful home sites in all of Operation Coming Home. I mean, just this view back here is stunning, and I think you've got a lot to look forward to here. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. I guess I should also thank Harnett County for having such a beautiful area. So I know you worked hard on that. Yeah. So our final speaker is our recipient, Staff Sergeant George Perez. The first picture I ever saw of him was him getting ready to jump out of an airplane with a prosthetic leg. And I thought, man, that's badass. Can I say that on Facebook Live? Are we going to be banned now? Anyway, after meeting him, I realized that my initial assessment was correct. He's a good man, and I'm glad that he's our next recipient. So enough about me. Let's hear from him. Please welcome Staff Sergeant George Perez.
All right, everybody. Well, I'm actually very excited about this. First of all, I want to thank everybody before, because I forget things. First, I want to say thank you to my girlfriend. She's not here, but she's watching me through my phone. I want to say also I want to thank my son for being there for me and always supporting me. Same with my girlfriend. And I also want to thank the builders, Mattamy Homes, the U.S. Veteran Corps, Home Builders Association of Raleigh, Wake County, and everyone with involved with Operation Coming Home, and all the vendors that made this possible. All right, so I'm gonna just tell you a little bit. Yeah, I decided after I got injured in 2003 to stay in the military. I went back on jump status. That was the dumbest thing I did. 89 static line jumps with a prosthetic leg is not fun. And then, so I ended up going back to a combat. I went back to Afghanistan for a year. And while I was over there, I was still, I didn't do that much of combat operations, but I was in charge of a lot of QRFs and stuff like that, quick reaction forces. I ran all the tower guards. I was the armor. I was the ammo point NCO. I was always busy. And while I was over there, I called Branch and I was like, listen, I can't keep up. I'm a little slower now. I can't keep up anymore. So they gave me two choices: either go join the AMU team in Fort Benning, Georgia, and there's no way I'm going back to Georgia. So I ended up joining the Army parachute team in 2005. As soon as I got back from Afghanistan, joined the Army parachute team, learned how to skydive. It was an amazing experience. Loved the skydiving, loved the friendship, everything. And what is it, 2017, on March 1st, 2017, I had to get medically retired. I couldn't keep up anymore. I kept trying, but my body was just not, it was not keeping up with my body was not keeping up with my heart. I want to keep going, but I can't. So that's pretty much a broke down of my story. I mean, if you guys have any questions or anything, I'll definitely answer it. If not, well, thank you, and appreciate everybody. Thank you so much, and hopefully we can have a good November 10th. No good weather. We need good weather so the guys can jump.
All right, now for the part we've all been waiting for, the flag raising. We're going to be raising the flag on the off the ladder of this truck. So if you're under the tent and you can't really see, feel free to come out and take a look. This is what we're here for. And while we're doing that, George and his side are going to be helping with the raising of the flag, and then singing the national anthem is a fine custom we have at these ceremonies. Is Deputy Director for the U.S. Veterans Corps and Air Force veteran Jennifer Woods. So if you all will stand for the national anthem and feel free to move out for the flag, I'll hand the mic over to Jennifer.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home